Okay, today I would like to explain regarding to the our course web technologies. So in this semester we have a web technology. So in that web technology you have 5 units. This is the syllabus of our web technologies. In the first unit you have an introduction to HTML and then introduction to JavaScript. In the unit 2 you have to discuss XML, and the unit 3 you have to discuss OLED. In the unit 4 you have to discuss PHP. In the unit 5 you have an XML and Ajax. So now we have to discuss regarding to the first unit, that is introduction to HTML. In that we have some topics is there, that is core elements, links and addressing, images, text, colors and background list, tables, layout, frames, forms and then CSS. And then we have another topic is there, that is introduction to JavaScript. In the introduction to JavaScript we have elements of objects in JavaScript and then dynamic HTML with JavaScript. So entirely you have 5 units regarding to the web technologies. So we have 30 marks for internal and 70 marks for external, and they have give 3 credits for our web technology. This is our 3-1 semester subject. Now we have to discuss introduction to HTML. So in that introduction to HTML, so what is HTML? So HTML is nothing but hypertext markup language. That means the language which can be used with tags and build some web pages. That is nothing but HTML. HTML stands for hypertext markup language. It is used to create web pages with help of tags. That tags is nothing but markup language. So with the help of tags you can create or build web pages. So HTML is not in a programming language like C, C++, Java, Python, Android, like that. But HTML is also in a programming language. It is not like in a programming language of C, C++, Java, because it is in a markup language. So it is in a markup language which is used to create web pages and can be displayed by browser. So using HTML you can create the web pages with colors, styles and then different types of tables, lists, images that can be all are with the help of all these concepts. You have to build the excellent web pages. So HTML was developed in the during 1980s by Tim Berners-Lee. So in the HTML pages can develop to display not only simple text and also used to display the complex multimedia data such as sound image. For example, if you open any web browsers in our Google, some web pages consists of scrolling the data from left to right, and in the some of the bottom side you have to show the some many videos that will be displayed with the some sound. So some of the left corner it displays as some color formatted data. So like that pages you have to display with the help of HTML and Java applets and JavaScripts and moving image graphics. By using these are all concepts you have to create the wonderful HTML pages. So HTML is an hypertext markup language. It is mostly used for to create the web pages. In other words, HTML documents are also called as web pages. So how to create HTML pages or how to view the HTML documents. So for example, if you want to create any C programs or C+ programs or Java programs or Python programs or Android programs, you should have to use any tools. For example, C you have to use the Turbo C or something in the Linux you have to use the Sequin. So like that you have to use the different tools. So for the purpose of HTML document creation you have to use the tools. The tools are freely available, that is open sources tools like our notepads or notepad++, any text editors like Atoms, like that any free resources editors can be used to develop the HTML pages. So if you want to write any HTML page, then you have to open the one editor and write the code. So at the end of the code you should have to save the file. So if you want to save the Word document, automatically it consists of extension as dox or doc, whatever it may be. So for our HTML document, you should have to give the extension that is HTML or HTML. Without mentioning HTML or HTML as an extension, the page should not be saved as in a web page. So you should have to give the extension as .html or .htm. So whenever you have to provide like this, then that HTML document should be saved as an HTML web page. So once your code will be done, then you have to execute that HTML document. So if you want to execute the HTML document, you can use any web browsers like Internet Explorer, Firefox, Chrome, whatever it may be. Any web browser you can use it, and with the help of web browser we have to execute our HTML document. Then if you want to any changes, for example, if sometimes you forget the heading of the page, then once again you have to open our HTML document in our text editor and write down the header, then once again save it, then refresh the web page. Then once you have to refresh the web page, whatever the modification you have to previously done in our HTML document, that modifications will be appeared on our refreshed page. Okay, so for example, so that is the HTML. So every language has an own structure. Like that in our C you have some structure, Java some structure, same like that our HTML has some structure. So for example, HTML document consists of two sections, that is head section and body section. Then in our HTML page, if you want to write the code in HTML, so it should follows the one structure, that is the structure is here, we have to mention there. So in every HTML language code should follows the tags. So tags is like this. So this is HTML. If you want to write the code in HTML, you just have to open the HTML tag and close the HTML tag. In between you have to write the code. So here one head section is there, one body section is there. In head section you have to write the header part. In the body section you have to write the whatever the data that should be displayed on our web page, that can be written here, body part. So let's see one example. Here sample.html. Then here I have open HTML tag and close here HTML. So in that I have open head tag and then head, closing of head. So in between I have to write the title. So this title is basic HTML document and followed by closing title tag. The title is displayed at the top of the head section of web page. This is basic HTML document. Then I had to open the body. In that I had to use the two tags, h1 tag and then p tag. Here h1 is header tag, p is paragraph tag. So these you have to discuss later regarding to the tags in our HTML. So here I mentioned the open h1 and mention welcome to the world of web technologies and close the h1. So then and open the paragraph tag and open and write then one sentence and close the paragraph tag and close the body tag and the HTML. So I have write the code. Once I have completed the code should be saved in the format of extension of HTML, sample.html. So that will be I have saved with the extension of HTML. So output like this. So this is the basic introduction regarding to the our HTML.